just mentioned, because it's not as much snow as last time, there might be more folks out there. You know, the schools are closed, but folks are still going to work today.
And, you know, it's not really the amount that's going to be the big issue. Again, a fraction of what we got 2 weeks ago. It's going to be the timing it gets here. And a lot of folks are doing the half day at work. They'll be on the roads more so in the evening for that PM commute. And that's when I expect to be the biggest trouble on the roads.
Okay. That's not good. It's not a good mix.
Let's talk about temperatures out there. We have the cold air in place, although these will warm a few degrees before the snow gets here in the next few hours. So may see a few sleet pellets mixing on in early on. Very brief. We're over to mostly snow for this entire event. You see the snow off to our north and west. It has not moved very much off to the south and east throughout daybreak in the last 2.5 hours. So expect it to be slow to get here. The peninsula will see the first flakes here in the next couple of hours, and then south side late morning into early afternoon. Aisha will be along with the timeline in just a minute or so. But the bigger picture, this was a cold front. Hit the mountains, fell apart like we normally see. The difference is it has some more dynamics to work with, also a moisture feed out of the Gulf of Mexico that's kind of enhancing and filling the radar back on in on the eastern side of the mountains here as it pushes towards our area, which is why we can expect some accumulating snows today. We have winter weather advisories up for all of Hampton roads, and for the higher snow totals expected off to the west along the 85-95 corridor, those have been upgraded to a winter storm warning. We'll talk snow totals in just a second. For now, let's get to the timeline with Aisha.
Oh, yeah, Tim, and the snow is going to move in first over the peninsula. So let's talk about the timeline here, because from the peninsula, we'll go with about 8 to 10 o'clock, so somewhere within that time frame. For the south side, Norfolk, Portsmouth, Virginia Beach, about 10 to 1 o'clock. So we did push it back a little bit farther into the afternoon, a little bit further into the afternoon. And then northeastern North Carolina, you're going to be on the tail end of this system, so we'll say anywhere from 2 to 4 o'clock. In terms of our impacts with this system, keep in mind we aren't talking huge snow totals whatsoever. So we'll go with about 1 to 3 locally, and some spots could be a little bit higher than that, still on the minor end of things. Not really concerned with any ice, but as we push into more so that afternoon, evening commute, that's what's going to cause some really big issues. So it's high impact on our scale here. And again, the wind's not too bad either. So heading home from work, you will have some issues. Maybe you could leave a little bit early to avoid some of the congestion on the roadways. And when you add in this snow, it just doesn't make things any better. Now, Tim, how are we looking in terms of futurecasts? Let's take us through the day.
Yeah, let's go through on here. We're right here at 7 a.m. Snow still well off to our north and west. It takes its time getting here. By the early afternoon, snowing pretty much everywhere, and it's with us past sunset and through a good chunk of the first half of the overnight, and then it pulls on away to the south and east. Winds shift out of the north and west, clearing skies out. It'll be a cold night and breezy down into the upper teens and low 20s, but we turn things around quickly tomorrow. We go above freezing into the upper 30s to low 40s by tomorrow afternoon and evening. How much snow can we expect? 1 to 3 inches here across the majority of Hampton roads. Slightly less the farther north you are, slightly more the farther west you are. 3 to 4 inches just south of Richmond. Blockbuster totals here, or not blockbuster, highest totals, I guess we could say, 4 to 6 where that winter storm warning is in effect there. Warm up on the way, though, as we exit this storm. 40s tomorrow, 50s on Friday, 60s by Sunday, and low to mid 60s by Monday ahead of our next system, a cold front that may bring us some rain showers. 33 today, cloudy skies with snow developing by late morning and early afternoon. 19 tonight, snow tapering on off with some clearing late. And there's your 7-day forecast. 40s tomorrow, lots of sunshine and gradually warmer weather right through the upcoming weekend.